What's up, everyone? Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com, here at Gary Udit's 2019 NPC Teen Collegiate Masters Nationals. I'm here with Darryl Daniels. Darryl, how are you today?
I'm fantastic, man. Going really good right now.
That's awesome. So hold this up here so everybody can see. He got his placard, his trophies here, and he's going to hand these off to someone now so he can have a normal interview and have control of his hands, which is a great luxury, you know what I mean? So you started competing back in 1985. How has bodybuilding changed over that course? If you could talk about that in 1 minute, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so it's hard to do in 1 minute.
Right.
Well, let me put it this way. When I did my first show in 1985, it was bodybuilding, and it was a large show, and it was at a high school, and there was probably 50 competitors in the whole show.
Wow.
And probably 95% men. So just bodybuilding. So I've seen it really come a long way.
Definitely, definitely. And when I asked you about if you had a coach, because that's a very important member in any physique-based competitor's corner, you said that you had a team, and there's some really big names in that team. So talk to us a little bit about, I say us at home, me, who helped you get to this level?
Well, you know what? I've been in this industry for almost 4 decades, so I've developed a lot of relationships. The legend, Roy Liedermeyer, was, he's been my coach since the 1980s.
Wow.
So I still maintain that relationship with him. He helped me out. Also Cash, everybody knows Cash Guidry, and Joe Valdez. They jumped in, as part of the team as well. On the opposing side, I had, another guy, Craig Tennell, that jumped in and helped me out. So again, just a team of people. And really, it's like, this is one thing that if I can get something across to the younger athletes and younger bodybuilders that may be watching this, I've been in this industry almost 40 years. Right. So, I did my first show in 1985. I just got my pro card. Because I stopped, I had a couple of decades of life, but I never stopped training. But here's the important thing is I maintained the relationships that I developed in the industry. And I see a lot of guys and girls just burning relationships on social media. And I'll tell you, when you get decades down the road, those relationships can be some of the most important things that you have. So protect them.
That's really, really good advice I can subscribe to myself. I'm a very emotional guy, and social media is the last place for an emotional person, especially because, sometimes, when you read something, anytime you read something, it's subjective. You read it in the tone, in your own personal tone. It might have been written in a totally different tone. And I think, back in the 80s and 90s, constructive criticism was part of the dinner, was part of the game. Nowadays, you got to be real careful, almost walk on eggshells how you talk to some people,
Right. Well, here's one thing I can tell you is back in the 80s, bodybuilding was a subculture. It wasn't mainstream like it is now. And in that subculture, people were a lot tighter. There was a lot more respect. There was a mutual respect between bodybuilders. And you didn't see people on social media. Right. If you wanted to see other athletes, you had to travel to their gym.
Right.
So again, it just is a whole different thing, and it's been culture that's being created. And I think the bodybuilding industry in general needs to work toward getting back to that culture of respect where we're all working together, helping each other. And it's not about us helping each other as much, it is about helping the masses. I mean, the people out there that need health and fitness, because we are the true representatives of it.
Now, what would you say to folks in their 40s, 50s, and beyond that think that this is a sport for folks in their 20s, 30s, and 40s? Like, what would you say? I mean, you're proof positive that that's crap and that you can look great at any age. But what would you say to them in terms of getting them into the gym, getting them to take control of their lives, and maybe even compete?
I say the first thing you want to do is start. Don't look for a place to start. Just get started. Do it now, and do it with a mentality of never quitting. And just jump in and start. You'll be amazed at how resilient your body is and how fast you can get in condition. You may end up competing, you may not, but I guarantee you're going to have a better life.
Awesome. And then finally, your first and last name one more time, and all of your social media websites, Instagram, Facebook, anything.
Darryl Daniels, Darryl. My Instagram is The Real Darryl Daniels. Get that? Facebook is Darryl Daniels. It's under my name. And those are the 2 places to find me.
And now that he's a pro, The Real is going to be very important.
Yeah, The Real IFBB Pro Darryl Daniels.
There you go. For Darryl Daniels, new IFBB Pro, Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com.